Hey guys, welcome. Now, I'm here for a very specific message that has been shared with me, of course, from the full moon in Aquarius, and it was the sturgeon moon. Now, the energies are still powerful. Remember, 3 days before, 3 days after, and of course, during, right? This is an incredible time. And guys, I feel like I say it's always an incredible time. It's always spectacular, but it is. It always is, right? It's just our perception. How lit are we to transform? How lit are we to shapeshift? How lit are we to add the charge of the bird's eye view in order to expand and see the big picture? How lit are we in order to face those shadow energies with the energy of strength, the lion, to find compassion, to find tolerance? And not only that, it's just like, if you've been on the path for some time, a lot of us have questioned some things, but you can see it without. You can actually see without. Things are changing. Things are shifting. A lot of us are getting answers as to why we're here right now. That's just the time we're in. We know the feminine energy is rising. And they showed that through the energy of the pitcher. The pitcher is our connection to Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. The mother energy, the water energy, it's rising, it's transforming. And it's creating a new harmonic with the energy of earth and air. And we're about to add fire to the mix. This is the pattern that they're showing me that it's in. Now, let's break down the messages that they've shared, and then we are going to do a reading and build off those messages for the masculine and feminine. And we remember, guys, we are in the process of watching old earth decay and break up and breaking it up, and we are building and transforming anew. The creation of new earth. The creation of the templates, the creation of the new structures, of everything. But this ain't happening overnight, and we need to get this through our heads right now, because this surrendering to this, and this is direct message, surrendering to this will make things easier for our transformation. This is not like the movies. This ain't happening overnight. This is going to take time, and we have to allow it the time that it takes in order to shapeshift. And what they're showing me is we're not seeing a lot of what's shifting. We're not seeing a lot of it, but we're going to start seeing more and more of it. And this is also connected to that confessions card. And whatever confessions are coming out right now, whether they're of negative or of positive, this is part of freeing the truth. We have to free it. We're setting it free. And we're setting it free more and more. And as volatile as things may seem out there, this, we remember, we're creating in the energy of the opposites. And this gives us a chance to really create peace. This gives us a chance to really create this equality. Alrighty, so these cards were received during the full moon in Aquarius reading. Here's our connection to Virgo, and we are about to enter Virgo season soon. We're going to be manifesting. These are the elements here. These shapes represent the elements. We're at an altar. This is much the magician, like the magician card in the tarot. We're manifesting. Now, these pink clouds symbolize that things are negative at the moment, but we have the positive charge. The positive charge is in the air. Her hair is symbolizing that she's working through a storm, through dark times. But the positive charge is here. The positive charge is connected to our economy. That's what's being offered. Our economy, the black moon here, the black moon in Earth, it's dormant. But what's going to happen is we're going to expand and we're going to create stability. And I want you even to look at the imagery alone and how it shifts and the balance between the dark and the light and how the charge has been added. So we are creating stability of the light within our economy. We're being offered two paths. The moon is illuminating two paths, but both paths lead towards love, and that's why Venus is here. Now, Venus is here to help make sure that we equally come together and turn the wheel. That's what this is about. We're going to equally come together and turn the wheel and create stability. Now, how are we doing so? The full moon in air is offering our solution or solutions. And you're going to see solutions start to pop up. You're going to see solutions start to form because we're adding the positive charge. That's what's being offered here. And this is how we're activating it. We're activating it through the energies of water. This is our connection to Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. And listen to that matrix start acting up. You must be getting close to some truth, guys. Wow. Now, this is the time we're in. We're in a time of confession. We're in a time of actively praying to the divine. Active prayer, and we will actively listen. And we must remember that meditation is different for all of us. We don't just sit in, go in a pose or go and do yoga. That's not how things go down for all of us. There are many different ways to meditate. And yes, we are going to be getting to this meditation special here. It's going to happen. And, we can work out and meditate. We can clean our house and meditate. We can go and sit under the stars and meditate. We can sit with the sun and meditate. There's so many ways that we can actively meditate. So we're going to be in this place. But we are also just in a time of confession, period. We're in a time of spitting our truths, of speaking our truths, of rocking our truths. And when I say spitting, guys, I don't mean spitting. Like, I'm talking about, we're uniquely sharing them. We could be rating a rap song right now, right? So, we're in a time of confession, and this is to free ourselves. And this is also going to illuminate gossip. If there's any gossiping going around, if this, like, lower vibrational confessions. So remember, we're learning through the energy of the opposites. So you know what? If someone's gossiping about us or gossip is being freed, it's not like, oh my God, I must go and attack. It's like, oh no, the truth will set me free. Gossip is lower vibrational. And you know what? They're just showing their true colors. But we remember too, we are all thus but reflections upon ourselves. And you know what? They have a healing story too. And they have to see what they're seeing in their divine timing. Nobody was born here perfect. And perfection is artificial intelligence. And we remember that. We remember that right away. What's natural is naturally unfolding. And it's not perfect. It's imperfectly perfect. Imperfect perfection. Now, what is perfection? It's artificial intelligence. All right. And even that, how perfect can we say that is, right, guys? Now, they have shown me a connecting message, and we got all of the cards on our last reading except for 2. So they show me how we're going to achieve this. But before we do, I just want to say they have shown me to place the cards this way for a specific reason. The divine feminine energy, we have a feminine here, and she's going to be watching what is happening here. And there's a feminine here, and she's watching what's happening here. The feminine is watching. The feminine energy is woke. The feminine energy is conscious for the most part. It's leading the way in the transformation. Now, does that mean every feminine is woke? No, guys. This is the feminine energy leading the way in the transformation to rise. And the feminine energy is not looking away. The feminine energy's eyes are locked on this transformation because for this to happen, the feminine energy is rising. This will allow the masculine energy to heal as well as the feminine. And we know the masculine energy is grounding this all. It's doing the grounding work, and we're going to expand it. This is what they show me is somewhat of a blueprint as to what's happening. So we're in the 5 of Wands energy, and the 5 of Wands energy, lower vibrational, is hostility. The 5 of Wands energy, higher vibrational, is struggle. And I want you to see this imagery by the Patch Tarot is on point. Look at, we're all battling. We're all battling for connection, but we're not receiving it. And I want you to see there's a connection to Saturn and Leo, and we know we're in Leo season. This is what's being activated during this time. We're entering the path of the moon, and this is thanks to Pisces. As we enter the path of the moon, we are going to transform. We're going to have double helix activations. This is connected to the child. This is connected to freedom. This is connected to being able to understand the valuable lesson of moving our shit out of the way. That's what that wonderful scarab beetle teaches us, to move our dung out of the way. Our toxicity is causing the problem. So, as we enter the path of the moon to restore connection between the masculine and feminine here, and we're going to activate Merkaba healing. We want to remember, we don't want to fall off the path of the moon, but if we do, it's okay. We're going to get back on there, but we want to try to stay on the path of the moon, follow the light. Now, the moon is activating our courage. You know what? Sometimes we feel like a coward. Yes, we do. But the moon is activating our courage, and that's okay. We understand we're learning through the energy of the negative too. This taught us something, but we're activating our courage in order to heal, harmonize, and raise the vibration with our heart chakra. Once again, too, I want you to see, guys, this is connected to the energies of Leo. This is going to help us heal with the masculine energy. As we know, the masculine is connected to Mars. Now, what we must do is we must begin working with our Three of Pentacle pals within the works. We're no longer in envy here. We're working with others. We're restoring connection. We're going to stop battling here. We're going to restore connection. We're going to see we have a common thread that unites and links us all, and we don't have to be the same, and we don't always have to see eye to eye. We just have to find that common thread that unites us all and build from it and expand together. This is connected to the energy of our ancients as well as the Great Pyramids. Now, Lionsgate is activated right now, guys, and it has been activated since July 26th, 27th, okay? On August 8th, the Lionsgate portal goes into full throttle mode, okay? And that means that it is lined up with the Pyramid of Giza. We are about to get into some sacred transformation energies right here. Now, this is happening through the energies of Capricorn, okay? What's being offered through the struggle is our connection to our spirituality, the Hierophant, the connection to the masculine and feminine, and chakra healing. This is connection to self, okay? Body, mind, soul, masculine, feminine, child, the heavens, the earth, through us. This is connected to our divine blueprint, guys. Now, the whole key here that the moon is helping us to activate and to see is that our gluttony is keeping us stuck. Our gluttony is keeping us from our abundance. So we're going to heal from our gluttony. And that's why the hanged man, the hanged woman is such an important energy and has been for quite some time now. So we're going to do Alchemy of the Cups, right? This is our connection to the energy of Cancer. This is our connection to the energy of Taurus. Now, the whole point is to find our courage to shift. We're not going to be stuck. We're going to shift. And this is because we have done chakra healing. Look, here we're doing chakra healing. Look, all of our chakras, they're activated here. They're helping shift. We're having a third eye activation. And because we're healing from what's keeping us in our karmic loops, the 7 deadly sins, we are creating joy. We are creating joy from lust. And this is our connection to the Scorpio energy. This was our connection to the Sagittarius energy, right? So we are working with our Three of Pentacle pals. And this can be the masculine, the feminine, the child, body, mind, soul, the heavens and the earth, and us, as well as other people along the path. We're multidimensional. We are meeting up with Soul Tribe members. We're meeting up with people that are even unwoke. And yeah, we're still even working with people that are not woke. We're working within the energy of the opposites. So what we don't resonate with is helping us to continue to stay on point and work. This is connected to another series of cards they have shown me as to what's happening here. What's happening is we're going to have solar plexus healing being offered through the Four of Pentacles. We're going to have a shift in power, and this right now is happening through the masculine, but it's connected to the feminine energy rising. So that is connected to our strength. And that's what this full moon is illuminating, as it's helping us to find the courage in order to heal. All right? Because of that, we're going to have victory through the Six of Wands. And we know that's healing from the dark. Now, with the Four of Pentacles, here it is. There is the feminine rising. The Princess of Wands, look, she's rising. And as she rises, we restore power. We do solar plexus healing. Our strength, the moon, is illuminating the Ace of Swords, our clarity. And we need this right now. And the Six of Wands, of course, is connected to the Six of Pentacles, which is helping us to restore balance here on Earth. This is connected to the Two of Cups. And the Two of Cups is connected to a new beginning. This is what's happening. They have shown me it's the Hangman. And the Hangman is connected to, of course, the Four of Cups. Luxury. Our luxury items, our luxury things of the matrix that are keeping us separate and stuck. That's what we're going without here, and that's what's being illuminated. That is what's connected to the Swords energy here. The Hangman is connected to the Lovers. And the Lovers is our connection. I love that we have the masculine and feminine and the child of the masculine and feminine here, and they've become a part of us. I like how they're showing that, look, there's a little boy connected to her and there's a little girl connected to him, but they're all connected to one another. We have that wonderful line to show that we have strength to love, strength to find compassion, strength to heal. The eagle, we are working with spirit, the bird's eye view. Being able to expand our minds to see the big picture, to understand why we are creating in the matter in which we are, to understand what is clarity, what is of the light, where our healthy sense of pride should be. Where do we want to place our crowns? What are our crowns made of? Are they made of the light or are they made of gold? Okay. Now, the Lovers is connected to pleasure. Soul purification. Look, we've done it here. The energies of youth have been incorporated here. We've done soul purification. We've come back to self. We've come back to one. We are experiencing pleasure because of this. And because of that, we are now in the energy of love. And this is what's being offered. Let's get creating, guys. Now, let's see what messages are connected to this. And they want me to share right now. This is happening through the Two of Pentacles, change, and strife. The Five of Wands. Healing from this active charge, right? We're healing from this active charge. And for all you that joined to heal, harmonize, and raise the vibes here, this is what we're doing. This is part of our mission work. This has been our common theme. We are healing hostility. We are healing the struggle. We are healing the disconnects. We're pulling out our charge from this battle. We're no longer fighting this anymore. We're moving on. And what are we moving on to do? We're moving on to feel pleasure again. To be in creation. To feel united. We're moving on to feel love. All right, guys, let's get our messages for the masculine and feminine and see how this is broken down and playing out a little bit more. All right, so here's the message that they have shared with me before sitting down. I'm going to sit down because we have got the cards getting ready here. This is the message. We'll share it quickly and then we're going to see what our messages are right now. So we're healing with the energy of the star. This is connected to Merkaba healing as well as the energy of the Dark Ages, the Piscean, and the connection to the Golden Ages and the building of the Golden Ages, the age of Aquarius. And if you can see down here, look at that. Do you see the pyramids? The pyramids are a part of this transformation. This is what they're sharing with me. We know it's connected to Lionsgate. I always want to know, is it the pyramid of Giza or Giza? Like, I'm going to have to look into this, guys. Okay, so the star is helping us to heal from the devil energies and what is keeping us separate. And look, the devil has our heart. We're connected, but we need to have a third eye activation because we're not seeing that we're connected. Now, so the star is illuminating what we need to see, the sword of clarity, the sword of light. And look at that. That sword of clarity, it has a snake on it. So we must transform, and we're transforming through the energies of air. What is this connected to? Luxury, the Four of Cups, what is actually keeping us separate within the matrix. Now look, the moon's taking away a cup, leaving us with connection. This cup is going to be returned to us by the moon. So right now we are seeing where we're connected through our disconnects. The moon is helping to illuminate our strength, even if we can't see it. And I want you to see that serpent has become a part of us. We are transforming. It's right here. There's a transformation it had. So we're finding strength to create peace on the path of the moon. And this is having clarity for the 3D and clarity for the 5D. Being able to see clarity and being able to create peace from within. And this is our truths. We're balanced. We're balanced with our truths in the 3D. We're balanced with our truths in the 5D. We are the woke ninja. We're rocking it. We're creating peace because this is the path. Peace. The moon is going to return this cup. The cup is a part of us. This is us. This is connection to the right cup. This is not our luxury items over here. The luxury of the matrix. This is us. This is our connection to spirit. This is our connection to the divine. But this is our connection to our light. From within to without. We are illuminating us. We are illuminating. And we are sharing all this beautiful energy. And it's helping to heal the collective and raise the vibration. And they've shown me right now that the Ace of Cups is connected to the energy of the Hermit. There's something sacred happening with the energy of the Hermit, and it's connected to the message of its time, and it has to do with the times we're in and right now, and also entering Virgo season. It's connected to our message. We're going to find out how right now. Let's get these cards shuffled up and start it up. Alright guys, everything is set up and ready to go, and guys, I'm still playing around with the setup over here. I don't know what I'm doing yet. I never know what I'm doing. It's just all happening right in front of my face. Okay. It's unfolding, right? The more we surrender to the fact that things are just unfolding, it allows us to be part of the experience. And as we're part of the experience, we expand. And we must heal from noise pollution. Guys, there's so much noise pollution. And if you're in the country, relish every minute of it. Now, we're starting with the moon. Just gonna let the moon speak. The moon has spoken. Economy and altar again, and these cards were shuffled and they just spit out like that. Wow. We're manifesting. This has something to do what Virgo is going to offer. Virgo season is going to offer the economy. And it's connected to Lilith. We know Black Moon Lilith helps us to create, to destroy, and to destroy, to create. And look at that serpent. That serpent is really a part of us now. And you know what? This is the beautiful part I love about life. Sat down, showed me that channeled message. Said to shuffle the cards with the serpent. And here we are. Here is the connection right here. Now remember, we know that the feminine energy is rising, the energy of water and earth. The energy of water is helping us to feel fulfilled. And how so? We're dealing with manipulation. The water energies are helping us again. And the manipulation through Gaia. Mother Earth. We're no longer going to manipulate Mother Earth. We're no longer going to manipulate self. We're no longer going to be manipulated. Because we're healing from our impulses. And Lilith is our connection to the black moon. We know that the black moon is here. It's our economy. It's Earth. It's dormant. And Lilith is here to help us to heal. And there's the little black moon right there. I was on Venus, guys. No such thing as a coincidence, right? Now, Lilith, black goddess, Scorpio, water. It's all right here. I love it. The traditionally winged figure of Lilith stands with her hands raised, each holding a ring and a rod of Sumerian royal authority. She is a hybrid bird woman, her sensuous nude body contrasting with her powerful taloned feet. And look at that. Contrast right there. The energy of the opposites right there. She is guarded by the bird of wisdom, her daughter, the owl, a serpent, a traditional symbol of life. The serpent is Lilith herself, as she was in the role of temptress in the Garden of Eden. She is framed by and represents the black moon. From her hair grows the fruitful tree of life and the downfall of man. The sword at her side represents sacrifice and extermination. The flaming orb at the hilt suggests purification and spiritual evolution. Beneath the image are the symbol for the water sign Scorpio and the moon disc of the black goddess. And this is so beautiful. And you guys, this is just confirming what's even happening here at School for the Fool, okay? We've been discussing going live. Because Soul Tribe members who have joined and watched the show just said it's just time that are here to see how things really break down. I want you guys to see how this all really just happens in real time. A lot of editing is done to save time. Or if there is an interruption or things, to make things run smoothly so you guys can join here and be a part of everything. But it's time for you guys to see from start to finish, from channeled messages, from what they show me with the cards to what's actually happening in real time. We're going to start doing some lives because it's just going to help the channel take off to the next level, raise our vibration more, and just help with this process. Because, guys, I get to sit down and this gets to be part of my path. I get to sit down and see all these things happening and unfolding, and this is part of how I believe. None of this is done separately. None of this is this is all happening. And that's why I'm like, wow, even the fact I never even knew I was going to be a tarot card reader or do any of this, none of this. I was going to be a businesswoman working downtown. But I had all of my stuff, everything that I wanted for my life, I had it put without. I had it put within luxurious items. And whatever I was going to equate without would mean I had made it within. And I had to recognize through my awakening and through being here that was all twisted, and that's part of the matrix, and that it was what within. Everything that I was growing within would equate to what was happening without. When I recognized that, my whole life changed, and I'm still doing it. I'm still transforming through it. I'm still trying to understand it all. And, you know, I just really want to start sharing the gift of watching this stuff naturally unfold. So we will be starting to have some lives. Stay tuned. Because, you know, I want to show you guys sitting here talking about this, getting the messages, doing this, doing that. Like, just, I really believe it's going to be beneficial. Now, when you look at it like this, I want you to see what's being offered, okay? So we are manifesting, this is connected to Virgo season and the Magician and the elements, okay? And spirit, of course. And what's being offered, we've gone to, it's illuminating our solution. Our solution is fulfillment, but it's fulfillment through the water energies, fulfillment through the mother energies. And this is allowing the feminine to rise, and this is leading the way in the transformation. The water energy, the mother energy, is leading the way in the transformation. And it's connected to the earth, the daughter energy. And right now, the sun energy is helping. And the father energy is going to be added to the mix, and we're going to eventually find out how. So Lilith is offering a message that we must take firm steps to survive courageously against all odds. Events and people may be currently creating an evil image about you, but this must be ignored. You will need to be prepared to go the utmost of passionate action to achieve the desired ends. You can sit back no longer. Change is inevitable, and that which is no longer useful must be rejected. Everything must be reassessed to determine its worth. And this is the time we're in. This is how we're shifting from old earth to new earth. We needed a reset. And this is it. And as gross as this feels, guys, this is where we have to start shining. This is what we came here to do. We came here to shine. Let's do this. All right. Lilith is the first of the black goddesses, and in her death and rebirth role seeks to clear away the accumulated rubbish of life to make room for the birth of the new. The cleansing nature of water in the passionate sign of Scorpio is to seek a challenge worthy of your power. And there it is, and there's our connection to the Four of Pentacles. And what they're showing me is this will be connected to a challenge of the feminine rising. And it's connected to how the masculine is grounding love. So how the feminine energy is rising, and there's this new harmonic being created between water and earth. The masculine's going to ground unconditional love. Now, it's directly saying November will be an auspicious month with regard to what is happening here. And this is showing me that by November, there's going to be a real big shift in our economy. And we remember, this is the economy of New Earth. This is not the economy of Old Earth. This is not the old structures and the old templates. This is of New Earth, the golden ages and where we're going. And it's going to look different. We have to start getting this through our head. Because, you know, we want to feel safe, so we want what's familiar. But we must let go of what's familiar. This is about creating new. This even goes back to that tree. This tree that had fallen over, and throughout its root system, the tree had passed on and had passed away, but there was a berry bush full of life growing throughout its roots, and there it was. All right, now we're going to see what the feminine and masculine are doing. I've been called to have them together. So we're starting with the feminine. Well, hello, Spirit. Eight of Swords, interference. There's an interference here. And it has to do with the connection between the body and the mind right now. And the soul is trying to help us figure it out. And I was about to say, the divine is also interfering within the mix, trying to help us go the right way. And out pops on the Tower, straight on top of the Eight of Swords. This is the divine helping us to have that third eye activation to see what we need to see. This is connected to the devil card. So whatever the divine's coming on up and blowing up in your life, guys, it's all for a reason. I must remember this too. It's all for a reason, because a lot of things are being blown up in my life right now. And holy. So we can create a new, so we can have these third eye activations. All right, guys. The cards came out in 2 piles, and everything's on point to all the information that we have received. It's connected to the 3 of Cups and the Magician through strength. Now, there are 2 cards turned over here. We'll discuss this in a second. They're right here. The Tower is coming in to show our true connections, to help us to expand. This is mission work and to achieve our mission. Of course, the divine wants to help us achieve our mission. As through the Prince of Cups. And look at that. And there it is. This is how the masculine is grounding love. The masculine is moving towards love and creating with dolphin spirit in the energy of the dolphin. So the masculine is learning how to understand how to heal. And that's how to be there for another species without compromising oneself. Learning how to love thyself. There's the serpent. Transformation is at hand. The serpent is in both of these cards. Once again, a running theme. A running theme, as we found out, from Lilith of life. So, life is showing itself. I even realized this when, I was realizing, like, I live in a metropolis. And I miss nature and I want to live in the country so bad. But I just recognized and had reflected back to me through this moon that nature's been here in front of my face the whole entire time. I just didn't see it. I've been so focused on the noise, the smell, the vibrations and the feelings of this metropolis that I live in that I forgot to see that nature has been right in my own backyard this whole entire time. Calling to me with her sweet healing song. And I just needed to see it. And I saw it through a very painful situation, but it raised my vibration. And what a gift. She's here, guys. She's here and she's talking to us all the time. We need to connect to her to help her heal and raise her vibration. Mother Earth needs us. It's just a time. Let's let go of all this stuff that's happening. Mother Earth needs us. She needs us now. And we need us. I need you guys. Okay? We all need each other. That came from a very deep place. Now, let's see how this has happened. Yeah, of course. This is what we're doing. This is what we're caught in. I mean, even the music is in alignment with this reading, guys. Playing off my computer over here to the side. We're going to expand. How are we expanding? We're going to understand where our personal power comes from. And it's not coming from this space. It's not coming from this space. And this is what the divine is trying to show us. This is why the divine is interfering and saying, no, look, I need you to see where it comes from. I need you to see that it comes from here. Now, remember, the moon is gifting us. The moon was gifting us with connection from our luxury items, from what's luxurious of the matrix, and gifting us with our connection of what's within. What's true? What's of us? What's of the divine? So we were left with connection, which is making us feel like we need to celebrate. And the magician is here. And the magician is pointing to the cup. The Ace of Cups. We're doing alchemy of the cups. The water energies. The magician is pointing to the water energies, the mother energies. This is the key. Okay? Looking up in the sky. We have the water is the center of it all. We've got unconditional love. We've got yin and yang. And look at the serpent. There's the serpent now. Serpent spirit. And you know what? Before I sat down here today, I was in the shower, and I get much of my visions in the shower. It's got to be the connection to cleansing water. And they showed me that on the path of the moon, rather than a crustacean being on the path of the moon, there's a scorpion on the path of the moon right now. And much of this makes sense as seeing all these snakes here today. We are in a time of transformation. It's connected to life. And to me, it feels very much like the message they're trying to share to me. It's like, you know, the scorpion can take itself out, but we're not going to take self out. We're walking the path of the moon. Look, we know we can take self out. We don't need to know that. We're walking the path of the moon in order to transform, just like the crustacean. We just can't see it yet. But we will. The Ace of Swords is here, and we're going to expand. Thank you. Now let's see how the masculine is helping with this transformation. The cup is how we go from being disconnected to connected. It's through the energy of Aquarius. And I love it. We have the energy of Aquarius, the infinity symbol, creation, destruction, destruction to creation, which is connected to Lilith. We have the cup. We have the pentacles energy through the cup, manifestation. And underneath the cup, we have the yin and yang symbol, restoring balance. It's freaking beautiful. Okay. All right. How's the masculine expanding this? Okay. We know this is the time we're in. The moon is helping us to see how the matrix makes us feel. Here's the Seven of Swords. It is connected to the energy of Aquarius. You can see it right there in the corner. That's why I love the Patch Tarot cards. We're in a crisis. Our crises are being illuminated. And this is how a lot of us woke people feel, right? But what's going to happen is we're going to go from sloth mode, and it's going to kick up our endurance. And the Nine of Wands is here. We're going to battle back, but we're battling back through self, through connection, through staying on target to mission work. And what is our mission? We're going to end worry. We're going to work with those disconnects, because those disconnects are connected to the cup. We're going to end our worry through our lack of, through the earth, because we want to hold on to all these luxurious items because they make us feel like we're worth something, but they're not. All this luxuries of the matrix and the devil energies off us, stimulus and overstimulus in order to make us feel fulfilled. It's not real fulfillment. It actually depletes us. And we know that the water is helping us to fulfill. Matrix is getting a little bit noisy again. We must be getting close to some real deep truths. So what are we doing? Wow. This is quite the beautiful path. We're evolving. We're connecting the masculine and feminine energy. There it is. There's the bird's eye view. We have our strength with the lion. The masculine's creating with the feminine energy. The feminine energy is creating with the masculine energy. We're united. We've become one. And this is connected to the energy of the spider, of creation, of life. We're ascending. It's the time we're in. We're raising our vibration because the water energies is here. The queen of water, the queen of cups, the mothering energies, and look, she's helping us to connect to the tree of life, our trees of life, our divine blueprint. The blueprint of life, the blueprint of expansion, the blueprint of what's going down from old earth to new earth. We're healing here. We're connecting to others. Remember I said there's a common thread that's uniting us all? Right now, it feels much of pain. We're going to heal through that. And how? Because we're going to end our silence and we're going to speak our truths. It's time, and that's why we got confession. We're in a time of confession. We're ending silence, we're speaking our truths, we're setting our truths free in order to expand. It's part of the expansion pack from old earth to new earth. And what happens? We've created love from fear. There's our equality. There's the dolphin energy. Look at that. We've blossomed through the dark. We found the light in the dark. That's what this lotus symbolizes. We found the dark, the light in the dark, and we thrived. But it happened through the energy of water. There is the King of Wands. Now we're audacious. We're activated with life. We're acting with life. And we're not afraid to go within to the core, to the heart of the matter. And it's all because we ended conflict. We end conflict and we begin dreaming again. There's the 10 of Swords, the 5 of Swords. This pulls out the charge from the 5 of Wands. It's no longer active. Because we begin dreaming again with the Princess of Cups. She literally comes in to turn our world upside down in order so we start dreaming. Okay. Now, let's see what's being activated for the masculine and feminine. Okay, what's being activated for the feminine? And I'm being told, guys, on our next reading, we're starting with information from this card and Gaia. It's going to be connected to Lilith and our economy and fulfillment. Okay, the feminine. Absence. And let's just see what the masculine is activating. We'll get the messages. Stretch. So the feminine, absence, the masculine, stretch. And here it is. Remember, we're in active prayer, but we're going to be actively listening. There it is. Well, it's really getting noisy around here. You know what that means. Absence. Earthly meaning. Absence makes the soul grow stronger. The absence of agenda, stress, or desire to wear a mask. I kid you not, guys. I kid you not. Take that however you want it. Is required so you can be fully present once more. However, it is not what is present, but what is missing that needs attention. Rather than fighting what you don't want, put your energy into what you do want. But first, rest. Constant illumination brings burnout. This is also something I know much about. Guys, it does. We got to come back. I'm healing from constant illumination. I'm healing from that all the time. I must remember to come back. We always find the balance through us. Spiritual meeting. Meditation connects you with your inner world. Listen. Where time melts into eternity and love is always present. Journey in meditation through the endless dimensions of self. Gaze into the dark mirror of eternity and see the infinite light of your soul. Relax and go within each day, even if it's only for a few minutes. Dark, quiet, inward journeys can be as illuminating as bright outward ones. And this is what we're doing. This is the time we're in. We're within. Insight. The sun, stars, volcanoes, fireflies, jellyfish. There are many sources of light. But there is no source of darkness. In a time outside of time, before creation, before birth, before light, there must have been darkness. Nothing makes darkness. No energy is required to sustain it. Darkness cannot be boxed up and taken away. Darkness is nothing in itself and of itself, and yet is potentially everywhere. Darkness is the absence of light, the absence of creation. Darkness is inevitable and it is necessary. Without darkness, plants cannot survive. They need the night so they can breathe and process food properly. We all need the darkness. In the absence of light, we create spaces of rest, healing, and intimacy. It is impossible to fight the dark. Do not wrestle with it, embrace it. You knew it in the womb as a place of safety, formation, and growth. When you are ready, rested, and healed, you can emerge and be present in the light once more. And this is our connection to letting the feminine energy rise. The feminine energy is the void, the darkness, the unknown. It's not the shadow energies. The shadow energies is an overabundance of negative energy being created. Dark is a part of life, and light is a part of life. And if we have too much light, we're unbalanced. We cannot be expanding all the time. We have to have time for rest. Like you said, that gives us time to get intimate and heal. I want to get intimate and heal. Freak, that's the magic of life. And, you know, we need a time for regeneration. We need a time for creative thought. We need a time to be in the flow. We need a time of rest. And if anything, this time has shown us too, you know, if we're not always expanding, like the world can't stop. Like, let's just all wear 5,000 masks all day because the world can't stop. This is ridiculous. We need to show our children and our children's children that it's okay to stop. It's okay to take a rest. It's okay to take time for regeneration. It's time to get lost in play and wonder and intimacy and fun and joy, and we're not always pushing ourselves to the limit in the struggle, in the 10 of Wands, being burdened by the matrix. No, we need to fight back for a right to heal, and that's taking back this time to allow the feminine energy to rise, which is a time for regeneration, which is a time for rest, which is a time for intimacy, which is a time for creative flow, creative thought, to be emotional, to feel emotions, to feel love, and not always be over expanding. That's how we've warped the balance. We have to go in the void and create sometimes, even though it makes us feel uncomfortable. We feel uncomfortable in it because we've been programmed to, but also because this is familiar. This is what we know. But we're shifting it. We're honoring it. Stretch. Earthly meaning, put yourself forward, stand in the sun, grab an opportunity and run with it. Reach beyond the shade, out of the comfort of the darkness, and step into life. Holding yourself back is counterintuitive. Doubt, fear, anxiety, and grief may be part of your journey, but don't let them be the journey. Reach out, stretch yourself little by little, grow strong, and live. So here we have the feminine energy here. Absence of the feminine energy. Maybe that's how we're feeling right now. But we're in absence. We're in the dark. We're in the void. We're regenerating. We're lost in the intimacy of self with the divine. Now, here comes along the masculine energy to help us stretch on out and expand what the feminine's been doing. Spiritual meaning. In a fleeting moment of grace, in the space between your thoughts, you glimpse a silent bliss that is beyond words or description. This all-encompassing love is your soulful spiritual center. It is without beginning or end. Reach for it, and this state of grace shall be a guiding light in the world and beyond. It is life. It is eternal. That's beautiful. So look, the masculine energy is stretching out with new life. Insight. To secure a place in the sun, plants stretch, grow towards the light, even though they are fixed in place. They actively avoid the shade cast by their neighbors and reach single purposely for the light. Beneath the surface of the earth, they extend themselves in the search for water and nutrients. The plant's roots are positioned with such care and determination as their light-chasing leaves. They reach for and they transform it into growth. This growth makes them strong and fruitful. Even in the darkness of caves, tunnels, and ocean trenches, life is trained towards sustenance. It is natural. It is life. Position yourself towards all that is life-affirming: words, foods, activities, hobbies, songs, images. Grasp for goodness, grow beyond the shade, and be fruitful. Remember, a seedling doesn't grow beyond the canopy overnight. It gets there by consistently seeking the light that is just out of reach. And this is symbolism for what we're doing. We are consistently reaching for the light that much of the time feels like it's out of reach, guys, right? And you guys that are resonating with this message, you know what I'm talking about. But we're going to keep reaching for it because we're growing. We matter. What we're doing matters. Now we're going to listen. Earthly meaning. You can talk yourself in circles but remain unheard. At other times, you can be heard without uttering a word. The onus of understanding is on the listener. Love, care, and consideration are expressed by an attentive ear and a welcoming heart. Sound is wasted on those who won't hear. Save your voice. You will learn more by listening. A truth needs to be heard. So this is like if you're on mission work and you're like, yo, whoa, I think I gotta wake up all these people. I gotta point out, yo, you know, Carrie is doing this wrong right now. Oh my God. Bethany, what the heck are you doing over here? Like, please. I can't believe that, you know, my grandpa isn't doing this right. Like, look at him. He should be understanding this. He should be woke. He should be seeing this. No. Guys, we gotta stop this. This is not helping. This is not helping. We need to go within. We're going to put that energy within. We're going to focus on what's happening within. And you know what? Pray. Pray for your grandpa to see what you would wish them to see. Pray for, sleeping people to wake. Pray for where we're disconnected to find the connection. Pray for the positive and pray. Ask of it. And then listen. Listen. And guys, remember, you know what? This is just examples. Nobody be taking all this stuff seriously. So, we need to hear a truth. It's connected to the Ace of Swords. That's what they're showing me in my head. It's time. Spiritual meaning. Sound existed long before the ability to perceive it. It was always there, invisible, undetected, or merely fleet, as low, deep waves of vibration. The universe loves you. Its message is humming, pulsing, and vibrating through all of creation. Love's undulation floats in an empty space, waiting to be received, extended. Your senses awaken to the message of the universe. And we are awakening to the message of the universe. And there's the Ace of Swords, right? I already knew this, didn't I? Okay. So that's so fast I forgot. The messages of how we are in unity, of how we are united, of how we are one. The universe is speaking to us right now. We may be seeing that through, this word, undulation. Really fun word. Insight. If a tree falls in the forest and no one is there, does it make a sound? If it doesn't, it means for the first 4.1 billion years on Earth, it happened in silence. This is how long it took for sound to be perceived. Sight, taste, touch, and scent were already well developed before the very earliest of ears were formed. The sense organ that receives sound is complicated. Hearing, it seems, was a difficult sense to master. Once life could move at will, being able to sense the approach of a predator, the distress of a potential prey, or the call of a mate was extremely beneficial. For the human ear in the modern world, all manner of bips, beeps, ticks, talks, and sirens compete for our focus. And that's noise pollution. And that's some straight truth. And we must heal from it. We have the capacity to be taken to ecstasy. And I'm going to say this again, guys, because I feel called to. We have the capacity to be taken to ecstasy by a symphony But hearing and being heard can still be just a tremendous challenge. Tone, pitch, tremolo, and words are just sound in empty space until the moment they are heard. This is so much truth. This is so much truth. This is so much truth, 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 truth. Wow. Thank you to this Aquarius full moon. I'm loving it. We need to heal from what these distractions and noise pollution, and we need to hear what we need to hear. This is connected to the symphony. And this is even connected to hear what happens as we talk. Like, we're getting really close to the truth. The noise pollution starts to ring off channeling. But guys, this is something, you know, some of us are really good at. Some of us are really good at feeling, hearing, understanding vibration. This is how I'm here to meet you guys. I suffer from the opposite. Like, I have to, like, I'll go, like, create my own deprivation tank in my bathroom with no sound, with no nothing, so I can heal from this, because this is what I do. And it affects me so greatly. Like, overstimulus and, I start feeling really sick, because I feel vibration so deeply within my being in order to be here. And when noise pollution starts getting in the mix, it really hurts. Like, guys, I talk about this with my loved ones. When I'm channeling and noise pollution starts getting in the mix, it hurts. Like, it physically hurts. I have to work through it and come back. And not only that too, just within my daily life, I'm always healing from noise pollution. Like, it's incredible how angry I will feel and how angry I can behave. And I have to get myself in check, and it's just from the noise pollution. And, you know, how, like, communicating that with my loved ones, like saying, guys, like they're like, what just set you off, Nicole? But it was like, no one set me off. The vibrations from the noise pollution, I couldn't handle them anymore, and I was set off. I start reacting, and it hurts. And we need to be mindful of these things. We need to be mindful of self. These are gifts. This is what consciousness is. It's being mindful. It's then and acting on it. All right, guys, we need one more message, and we're going to say goodbye, and we're going to meet again. Let's see where we're going. Where are we going? You know what? We're investing. There is the Seven of Pentacles. We're investing through the earth. There's growth. This is connected to the energy of Saturn and New Earth. Okay. I like it because the King of Cups is here. We already have the Queen. Okay. So, we're investing into New Earth because we found inspiration. There it is. Remember I said we're just going to add the spark. We're going to add the element of fire. There it is. We've been inspired. This is how we're creating the harmonic, the symphony of healing into New Earth. And as we're inspired, and we're transmuting through the earth. It's happening right there. We're transmuting. And this is because we've done chakra healing with our solar plexus and with the rest of our chakras. What are we doing? We're walking away from our sorrows, and our sorrows are connected to the Five of Wands. Surprise, surprise. We're walking away. And remember, it's connected to the Three Cups. We're having a reunification to those Three Cups, and we're going to celebrate. Thank you to the moon. And we're walking away from our disconnects, our sorrows, and we're walking towards connection, celebration, mission. Alchemy of the Cups we're doing here, right? So, we're no longer feeling abandoned. We're in we're in the energy of reunification. We're uniting, once again, connected to Saturn. We're finding our way. This is the magic card that they showed me at the full moon in Aquarius reading. We've gone a step past trusting. In its lower vibration, when we're finding our way, we're just learning how to trust. In its higher form, we're praying. Here's the key. Something shifting. And we're going to discuss this and this card next reading. What's happening here is we're restoring balance through the earth, through Gaia. Thank you, Lilith. Thank you for this help. And now, because we're doing Alchemy of the Cups, there's the water energies. Remember, the water energies is the mother energies, and they're connecting with the energies of earth. That's why we keep getting the water energies with the earth energies, in order to show us that this is the harmonic that's being created between two feminine energies. And now we have counterparts. We are reflective and we are responsive. We're no longer deceptive and miserable. We're no longer deceptive. We're no longer miserable. We're receptive. We're responsive. This is where we need to be, because we're in a time of growth. Guys, I have to do it. I was going to say goodbye and this deck is calling to me. We're in a time of growth. We're going to close it on out. Disconcernment. This is all about making higher vibe choices and grounding ourselves through the earth. This card literally speaks of raising vibration. This is where we're going. Much love and healing vibes sent your way to create with today. I look forward to discussing this on our next reading. Take care, guys. See you soon.